So let me get this straight. The FA are potentially going to ban Bernardo Silva for 6 months for bringing the game into disrepute or whatsoever based on his racist tweet that he put out towards Mendy. Because the FA really cares about racism. The FA are a bunch of hypocrites, a bunch of flipping stupid hypocrites. This is the same FA that did not find John Terry guilty of racial abuse towards Anton Ferdinand, once calling him an effing black, you know what. So that same FA that had no issues with what John Terry said to Anton Ferdinand, which we all know. But this FA now has a high moral ground based off what Bernardo Silva did to Mendy, which from Bernardo Silva's point of view, he was trying to just crack a joke with someone who is his friend. Anton Ferdinand ain't John Terry's friend. And John Terry's insult towards Anton Ferdinand was with malice. It was to do to insult because he ain't friends with him. But Silva is friends with Mendy. They're really close friends. And it was just an inappropriate and offensive racial joke. You know, it's because we've already dealt with it on the football doggett and everything because there are many facets to this whole thing. But just to reiterate myself, is it is offensive. What Bernardo Silva did was offensive because that image has racial history. So that's a numbskull, John Barnes, who says that, it would be the same if it was done for a white dude like a De Bruyne or whatsoever. It's just a very over exaggerated caricature of someone. No, because that particular image, there's a racial history behind that. And Bernardo Silva is to blame for it because, yeah, it was offensive, but also I blame the Portuguese upbringing and where he comes from. But I've had things like this because I've had white friends or non-black friends who have made certain racial jokes, and I was friends with them, but they make racial jokes in private. I'm like, nah, sorry, man, sorry, nah, I'm offended, and they're like, oh, sorry, I didn't know it was offensive. I say, sorry, it was offensive. Then we move on. Mendy, that's the guy that I blame. Mendy is who I blame in all of this because for Mendy, the fact that Bernardo Silva can put that out publicly means that privately he's done similar things. And it makes me question what kind of friendship you have with him. Now, for some black guys, like, hey, look, man, come on, why are you being so serious? Okay, why are you taking this so seriously? You need to relax. Cool. If you're a black guy who is happy with your non-black friend cracking those jokes with you, that's on you. That's not on me. If that happens, I nip it in the bud. If my non-white friend has an issue with that, we ain't friends anymore. We move on. Pep Guardiola, you're a moron. Before you speak out publicly, do your research first. John Barnes, you're a bigger moron. You're being used as a racial puppet. And you do not have the voice on racism because all you did was backheel a banana skin and that was it. So you are irrelevant. But back to the point at hand. A 6 game ban. Really? Really? Because you have to think about this. What Bernardo Silva did, it wasn't to cause malice. It's just an inappropriate joke. You apologize, sorry, I caused offense, I move on. Because the issue is Mendy, it's not Bernardo Silva. That's the issue, because 100% Bernardo Silva has cracked similar jokes like that to Mendy, and Mendy has laughed it off and said, oh man, that's all cool. So Bernardo Silva is thinking that my black friend thinks it's cool. Let me just put it out in public because that's how me and the football dogger guys disagreed because they were like, oh no, a private joke should remain private. You shouldn't put it out in public. And I disagreed from it. I mean, I get what they were saying, but I disagreed from the sense of no. See, I agreed with them because Bernardo Silva said that this was supposed to be something private between friends. But if it's private between friends, why are you putting it out in public? So I agreed with them there. But what I disagreed upon was if Mendy's fine with that joke in private, Bernardo Silva is like, well, publicly, it should be cool. If my black friend is cool with this, I assume most black guys will be fine with it. And that would make sense. So the issue is Mendy. And there are so many black people like Mendy who just make things harder for me. Because once you now accept this, now I'm like, no, I find this offensive. But Your black friend doesn't find it offensive. So I'm like, oh, oh, Mandy, really, really? And I don't want to go into much more detail because this is a football channel, okay? But I could go into a long soliloquy as to the kind of black guy Mendy is and how problematic he is, okay? And uncle. Same thing with John Barnes. I know the kind of black guy that John Barnes is. He's suffering from PTSD and uncle. So, but it's a 6 game ban. It's if this goes through this be stupid because this just shows FA you are complete and utter hypocrites and you are stupid because if the FA are going to give Bernardo Silva a 6 game ban and you found John Terry innocent when John Terry's abuse was to cause offense. And this was something that is an inappropriate joke to a friend. Because I can't believe it. Did you hear the words that were uttered from John Terry's mouth in a football match where he was obviously having beef with Anton Ferdinand? And Bernardo Silva is just putting out this offensive joke, but to a friend, a close friend. But you found John Terry innocent and you're going to give Bernardo Silva a 6 game ban? The stupidity is incredible.